Hello everyone, myself Dr. Ravi Agradi and you guys are listening me on Purvanchali's online platform. There's a science and technology class. Here in this video, we are right now on the lecture number 3. This entire class especially for English medium students. So, this Purvanchal IS as a sustainable education platform, we are providing as a very economical classes and it is set up in Gorakhpur as an economical institute. So there are many courses we are going to provide. Here in this entire session, I'm with you guys, especially for science and technology part. The first 2 videos already over. Now it's a third video, and here I will discuss with prelims question paper with all you guys. Prelims question paper of 2018. What type of question that UPSC has in your paper, what type of standard, what about the focus area for your examination. So that will be very clear guys through the help of this analysis. As I promised you 5 years question paper I will discuss with you. So before it, previous video was 2019 prelims discussion, and here in this entire video my topic of discussion will be UPSC prelims question paper 2018. So now you start guys with me this UPSC prelims 2018 question paper. What type of question are here? You just see. Before going to start this session guys, I would like to inform about our online courses. This all details you can see on screen guys. If you are interested for module courses for science and technology, separate topics as a separate lecture classes, so you can pay these fees and you can join us. Separate environment classes, you can pay this much of fees, you can join us. If you want to join both science and technology environment, you can pay this fees and join us. So it's especially for module classes, especially for science and tech environment, which is a good weightage guys for your paper, around 30 question. Around 30 question in your paper for prelims. Okay. So it's a major role, even this subject play a very important role in your prelims to crack this prelims guys. 30 question have a good weightage. This series I hope you guys know this is a science and technology series. A part of this, if you are interested to join complete UPSC course, so 14,999 you can pay and you can join us. UPPSC course, that is only 11,999. MPPCS course for prelims means if you are interested, so you pay only 9,999. Yes, plus extra GST that's will pay to government 18% is applicable with every courses. Okay, so this is the entire discussion about online classes. If you are interested, so you already have your contact number of this institution that is given in the beginning and even also in the last. You can contact directly. So let us start guys this UPSC prelims 2018 question paper. See the first question of UPSC 2018 where UPSC develop a question from solar power production. Okay, and here UPSC is asking you with reference to solar power production in India, consider the following statement. With reference to solar power production in India, consider the following statement. Okay, first statement is there. India is the 3rd largest in the world in the manufacturing of silicon wafers that used in photovoltaic units. Photovoltaic is a technology. That technology we people utilize for the generation of electricity. Source solar energy. Actually guys, those solar sunlight, that sunlight received by our Earth's surface is hardly 0.1%. Hardly 0.1% solar radiation our Earths receive, and this 0.1% solar radiation we people utilize in different ways. Some utilization which happen itself in nature, and other utilization where we will develop some technology. Technology means science and technology. Those I am discussing you here right now. The one is called as photosynthesis. Okay, one is called as photosynthesis. One is called as photosynthesis. The first mode of utilization of solar radiation that receive on Earth's surface. 99.9% of solar radiation have no use for us, guys. Again, I repeat, 99.9% solar radiation have no use for us. So how much of solar radiation is utilized by you people, guys? Hardly 0.1% our earth receives. So this is the solar energy that we can utilize. Okay, so natural procedure, photosynthesis. The second procedure is solar into thermal energy. Solar into thermal energy. The second mode of utilization of solar energy, solar energy into thermal energy. And third mode of utilization is through photovoltaics, that you can see here on the first option. Photovoltaic. Photovoltaic is that system, a technology that we utilize actually for the conversion of solar energy into electrical energy. A lot of photovoltaic also called as in layman term as a solar panel. As a solar panel. Either you call solar photovoltaic or solar panel, guys. This solar panel photovoltaic system you have seen on the roadside, most of the city have. Throughout the day, sunlight will receive by the photovoltaics and battery will charge. In the night, you on this battery and you can use it for street lights. So that is the photovoltaic system. Solar thermal, where the sunlight will utilize for the heat generation. Many example, but in static part I will discuss with you guys. Just like solar water heater, solar air heater, solar pond, solar cooker. This type of example will come under solar thermal. Those question UPSC made here, that is on photovoltaics. That photovoltaic is the technology we people developed for the utilization of solar energy, and this solar energy will convert into electrical energy. This is the entire process. This is the entire mechanism that we people use it. Okay, actually those photovoltaics we are using, not we, worldwide everybody's are using. In this photovoltaic have a different types of improvements time to time. And this is the reason earlier those photovoltaic we people were used. Their quality and performance was not much better. But this time that solar panel, that photovoltaics, not developed in India, but other countries, guys, they're so much improved, and that is solar wafer, silicon wafer made. Silicon wafer is a improved photovoltaics. Okay, where some semiconductor material we are using, and number of plates. Wafer is what I hope you people have eaten up wafer biscuits. Different layerings are there. So this is that technology where different layering based photovoltaic system we are using with some improved semiconductor material, which is called as a silicon wafer. So overall, in simple term, I can tell you silicon wafer is an improved type of photovoltaics. Silicon wafer based photovoltaic is an improved type of photovoltaic, but I will tell you India is not in third largest in the world in its manufacturing, even not in top 10. This is the reason this type of photovoltaics, solar panel, we are importing from other countries, and other countries are giving a lot of rebates. And this is the reason we can find out this type of technology easily from other country and we install in our country for power generation. But India has not even in top 10 in the manufacturing. So the first statement is wrong. What about second statement? The solar power tariff are determined by Solar Energy Corporation of India. No guys, no guys. Actually solar, okay, actually those solar power tariff, okay, decide in India, it is by MNRE. MNRE, you know guys, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, not by Solar Energy Corporation of India, you always remember. Now question is, and it is also good question for your mains paper. What is solar tariff? Do you know about coal tariff? Those electricity in India generate through burning of coal, and you people purchase from the government, your distribution companies. This one have some charges per unit that you people pay, that is called coal tariff. So coal based electricity that generate and we people pay, that is called coal tariff. What is solar power, solar tariff? Of course, those electricity generate through solar panel in that mode. Per unit charge is called solar tariff. And you know guys, a very interesting information that I will explain with you in running discussion. Solar tariff is cheaper than coal tariff. Definitely, if anybody will ask me, sir, you would like to buy solar energy or coal based energy? I will tell you solar energy, because solar energy is cheaper. And there are many other benefits with the solar energy, but solar energy is not in plenty. not in bulk, that everybody can use it. This is some limitation with the solar energy. Okay, so why solar tariff is cheaper than coal tariff? In static part of discussion, I will tell you. But who determine solar power tariff in India? Solar Energy Corporation of India? No. Who is this? MNRE. What is full form of MNRE? Tell me. Everybody tell with me. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. So this is the first question. Now second question of 2018. Second question of 2018. This question is, you listen this question first. Okay, question is here, what is /R the consequences of a country becoming a member of nuclear supply group? So what about the consequences, okay, of a country becoming the member of nuclear supply group? So listen, what type of consequences? Nuclear supply group, you know guys, around 48 countries are the member nation of nuclear supply group. Nuclear supply group was set up just after a reaction of nuclear test that India has done, the first nuclear test in Pokhran. That name was, the name of project was Smiling Buddha, and in that time Prime Minister was Indira Gandhi. But Indira Gandhi has never done anything for India. There is a lack of knowledge, those you have. So this Indira ji, during her period guys, India has done first nuclear test, and in that time Atal ji has given a statement in the parliament today. I found it, the Indira is looking like more goddess Durga. In that time, this type of very, quality leaders in India have. Atal ji, a great hero for India, everybody know. But leave it. Here the topic of discussion is nuclear supply group. Actually guys, just after the reaction of nuclear test that India has done in Pokhran, the first time, that was Smiling Buddha project, when India has made and had done a successful test. Okay. Then in this reaction of Pokhran, nuclear supply group was set up. Today, if you see guys, have a 48 member nation, and India want to be a membership of NSG, nuclear supply group. India has shown their own interest from 1990s. Okay, I'm interested to be a member of NSG. Why? Very simple guys, NSG is that group of countries which are leading nation guys in nuclear energy technology. Even the group of countries, those have a uranium, they are also under nuclear supply group. They restrict the export of uranium to any countries without any permission. If suppose India want uranium, so it's not easy to access uranium. Suppose India wants some nuclear reactor based technology that India want to set up here for power generation, it is not easy to access this technology. But if India will be the member of NSG, if India will be the member of NSG guys, easily India can access what? Easily India can access uranium. Easily India can access nuclear technology. And see, this type of thing India will install in our country and our economy will grow. India is the third largest consumer of electricity in this world. And time to time this energy requirement is going to increase because India have a lot of infrastructure growth still left. We have a need of lot of industries for that run power, electricity. How it will come? Of course, nuclear energy is one of the option for the future. And this is the reason guys India wanted a member of NSG. The first statement is what? You see on the screen guys. It will have access to the latest and most efficient nuclear technology. Yes, it will have access to the latest and most efficient nuclear technology. It's right. I hope you understood. What is the second statement? Second statement is written there. It automatically become a member of the Treaty on Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. No guys, no, never. If you sign NSG, you will automatically become a member of NPT. Non-Proliferation Treaty. Impossible guys. Actually, in the beginning, when NPT is set up, NPT was set up with the help of 5 countries. And these 5 countries are those which keep their own right to have atom bomb. It means in these 5 countries have a right to have atom bomb, not any countries in any other country in the world. And you know, what is the condition if you'll be a member of NPT? A condition is there for the member of NPT. You will stop your nuclear energy program that you have started, and it is running in your country for defensive purposes, for military purposes. Means atom bomb type of programs, if it is running in your country, you will stop. And second one, guys, you destroy your all atom bomb. This is NPT, and in that way, that will be the restriction of atom bomb for any country. So this is the reason India never signed NPT. Even when India is going to be going to say that I want to be member of NSG, so NSG countries are going to say, please India, first you be a member of NPT. Here the second statement is totally opposite. When you will sign NSG, later on you will be automatically become NPT. No. If you will sign NPT, then that country will consider you as NSG. It is a opposite statement that is written in the second number. So what will be the correct statement here? First only. Okay, so you tell me, guys, you want India should sign NPT? As an Indian, I will tell you no. Suppose India sign NPT. India destroy all atom bomb. India stop their own nuclear energy program for atom bomb formation. Pakistan not sign? So Pakistan will have atom bomb. India don't. It will be fine. It will be good for the safety and security of India. And China is always free, because NPT in the beginning, when it was set up with the help of 5 countries, China was also them, and China keep their own right that I can have an atom bomb but not any other country in this world, in these 5 nations. And China and India have a problem. So India destroy all atom bomb, but China enjoy. If any dispute or problem happen between India and China, who will be responsible and take care of this India, guys? So this is the reason, guys, India did not sign NPT. Even still India not ratify CTBT. One of the chapter that is mentioned in my book, that is a chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 is nuclear diplomacy. Even this all discussion that I am doing, it will also come under IR part, international relation. International relation, guys. Okay, I will explain with you guys during the running classes that I am making here right now in this module courses, in this entire GS part. Those you will join here. But whenever I'll go into the nuclear diplomacy, not right now. It's a very interesting topic. Even this question, your IR teacher can also tell you it is my question. Okay, fine, it is your question. But I will also discuss it, because this topic is connecting with nuclear energy. Next point. So next point, next question. You come there. It's very interesting, guys. As another question, even see, this is still connected with the IR. Yeah, national international issues, you can say. What is question? What is the next question? You see here, question number 3. In the Indian context, first you try to understand question. In the Indian context, what is the implication of ratifying the additional protocol with the International Atomic Energy IAEA? You know, IAEA set up after the incidents of atom bomb those drop in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Who set up this IAEA? UN set up IAEA. And the reason was nuclear energy should be utilized for peaceful purposes. The purpose behind this IAEA, to set up IAEA, what is? Nuclear energy should be utilized for peaceful purposes, not for defense purposes. And here have one additional protocol. In the Indian context, what is the implication of ratifying the additional protocol with the International Atomic Energy? See, guys, India ratify additional protocol, and India allow our own reactors under IAEA safeguards. That IAEA, you know, it is also popular with the name of nuclear watchdog. IAEA is also popular worldwide the name of nuclear watchdog. With the name of nuclear watchdog. So IAEA is also popular with the name of nuclear watchdog. So worldwide it watch every country, that any countries are going to involve in the case of misuse of nuclear energy or not. So finally, they identify and they create lot of restriction. This is the reason they are popular worldwide as the name of nuclear watchdog. If in your objective paper, UPSC and state pitches, which is the nuclear watchdog? IAEA. So through additional protocol, civil and nuclear reactors welcome under IAEA safeguard. It is must, guys. Maybe you are misusing this nuclear reactor. A nuclear reactor which you people set up especially for utilization of nuclear fuel for electricity generation. Suppose you are doing some other activities and you involve into the development of atom bomb. So this is the reason, guys, the first statement will correct here. This IAEA headquarters is in Vienna, guys. And from the beginning, India adopted it. Additional protocol, IAEA, all provisions. India follow all IAEA's provisions. And this is the reason India always say for the NSC membership in their own support. I follow IAEA rule and regulations. From last 20-25 years, I have not done any nuclear test. You know, last nuclear test that India has done, it was during Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Because in that time, there was an issue between India and China. Even if you people have seen a movie, what is this? Parmanu. So you can understand, guys, that Parmanu movie was based on the nuclear test that India has done during Atalji. A role model of many people, guys. Atalji, very great leader for India. Okay, so in that movie you can see a lot of things. Even, you know, black spot, some discussion was also there. But black spot type of concept I will connect within the space technology, not here, guys. You wait. Okay, fine. Now come next question. Fourth question right now. In this year, number of questions are hardly 14. In 2019-20. Here number of question 14. See, guys. Question is, you see on a screen. In which of the following areas can GPS technology be used? In which of the following areas can GPS technology be used? First point, mobile phone operation. Second point, banking operation. Third point, controlling power grids. The one, mobile phone operation. Second, banking operation. Third, controlling the power grids. See, guys, actually GPS technology, that GPS technology where UPSC made a question here, it is a satellite based. It is a satellite based GPS. Even, you know, one of the GPS we are also using, Google Map. It's not directly connecting through satellites. It means you are not getting properly direct the GPS technology that Gagan and INSS type, yeah, Nostar and GLONASS type, and that you people are using through mobile phone. Those mobile phone based GPS we are using, it's not direct satellite based, it's a tower based. Even you can do this practical also, guys. You go in that area where have no tower, you see in your mobile phone, no network, no GPS. But the GPS that is you are connecting through satellites. Anywhere you go, guys, you will come under the range of satellites and you can access GPS. This is that GPS. Okay, and mobile phone operation, GPS, everybody know it's followed. Here, I don't think so anybody have a doubt. We can access mobile phone based operations in GPS technology. Second one, banking operation. Yes, guys. Many of ATMs, many of banking operating system, vehicles, those carry cash and all, that's still going to trace with the help of GPS technology. Even controlling the power grid system. Yes, guys, nowadays we are also controlling power grid through GPS technology. This is the reason our satellite system should be more safe and secure. If anybody will hack your satellite system, that's through that even provide you GPS connection and controlling the power grid connections. If suppose anybody will hack, so maybe for 12 hours, 24 hours, 2 days, 3 days, power supply cut. Recently I got a news, guys, that Kodankulam nuclear power plant computer somebody hack. It means it is connecting with the information communication technology. So what will be the correct statement in this fourth option? All. But this topic will come in space technology, and this topic also connected with information and communication. So if you will have a knowledge of both two chapters, later on you will identify actually uses of GPS technology in these many applications. Now you come next. Fifth. What is the fifth number of topic here? Fifth number of topic, even very popular from 2017, 2016, and Eternal Blue is even connecting with the Microsoft company's operating system. And these all are connecting with the cyber security. First you listen question. The term WannaCry, Petya and Eternal Blue, sometimes mentioned in the news, recently are related to. See guys, the issue of ransomware case. You know ransomware case? Ransomware attack. What was the case? I think it was in 2017. And one of the question even came in 2019, Cyberdome. In first video I discussed with you. 2019 mains question paper, UPSC developed a question from Cyberdome. In 2017, one case was very popular. Not in India, everywhere in the world. That some hackers hack your computer. And now your computer is totally blocked. You cannot access all the information. Those are safe inside your computer. Ransomware case. It was a kind of attack. Cyber attack on your computer. Popular as a ransomware case. So issue of cyber security. Actually, WannaCry is a ransomware worm that spread rapidly across a number of computers. You know in which year? In May 2017. WannaCry was in news in May 2017. So WannaCry is a ransomware. Okay, ransomware worm that spread rapidly across the number of computers. Year was May 2017. It was popular. Petya was in 2016 actually. Petya was a encryption ransomware. Petya is called as encrypted. Yeah, encryption ransomware. You know encryption type of term? Encryption ransomware. And it was discovered in 2016. Encryption, you know, it is the technology that way people use it for coding. Actually, your communication system should be more safe and secure. You can see encryption type of term when you people chat through WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger. You know, just before Pathankot attack, this type of services those we are using like WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger was not encrypted, not very safe and secure. So it's an encryption ransomware, guys, that will create lot of wrong, false coding, decoding, and create a lot of problem. That is the issue of cyber attack. Petya. And what is the Eternal Blue? I told you guys Eternal Blue is what? Microsoft. It's a software vulnerability. It's a software vulnerability. Software vulnerability in Microsoft operating system. Vulnerability means have a chance of attack. You are going to provide. So what is the Eternal Blue? Software vulnerability in Microsoft operating system. Okay, that is the Eternal Blue. So if you people are accessing the Microsoft operating system, so this type of attack is possible, and that got popular worldwide with the name of Eternal Blue. So here simply UPSC is even asked you a question. The term WannaCry, Petya, Eternal Blue sometimes mentioned in the news. So it is also bold here, guys. But I describe you how. So these all will come under cyber attack. Come in cyber attack. Now we come next. Very beautiful question, guys, and very creative questions. I always spoken you guys, you should have a creative mind. Neither you cannot touch question paper, guys. It's not factual. Again, I will repeat the same thing, guys, that I told you many times in the earlier videos. This is not an exam where 5,000 questions you solve and crack UPSC one at a time. Please, you don't have a knowledge and you start to solve question paper. First you grasp a knowledge, Later on you see UPSC question paper, and then you solve market based question paper. See, this is the real question paper, how your examiner can think and create question paper. I will read out this entire passage. That entire passage your UPSC examiner has given you, and after to read out this entire passage, then UPSC examiner even ask you which communication technology for this entire process will be utilized. So listen me guys. When the alarm of your smartphone rings, when the alarm of your smartphone rings in the morning, you wake up and tap it to stop the alarm, which cause your geyser to be switched on automatically. The smart mirror in your bathroom shows the day's weather and also indicates the level of water in your overhead tank. After you take some groceries from your refrigerator for making breakfast, it recognizes the shortage of stock in it and places an order for the supply of fresh grocery items. When you step out of your house and lock the door, all the lights, fans, geysers and AC machine get switched off automatically. On your way to office, your car warns you about traffic congestion ahead and suggests an alternative route, and if you are late for a meeting, it sends a message to your office accordingly. And here question is, in the context of emerging communication technology, which one of the following terms best apply to the above scenario? A. Border Gateway Protocol, B. Internet of Things, C. Internet Protocol, and D. Virtual Private Network. See guys, it's a very beautiful question, creative questions. Here UPSC asks you entire process step by step even happened. Okay, and how it is possible? How it is possible? Directly I will come on example, answer, and then through answer I will try to connect with it. Okay, that answer is IoT, Internet of Things. Actually through internet guys we can regulate many things. Things means objects. Through internet we can regulate many things. Things means object. Suppose guys, I stay in Noida and now I am in Bangalore, yeah, Hyderabad. Okay, and just I recall after 5-6 hours, in morning when I left my house, by mistake AC is on. So what I'll do in that time? Don't worry, I access the technology IoT based. So through internet services I can off my AC from where? Bangalore or Hyderabad, yeah, Chennai, anywhere. So the internet, things means our AC is connected. It is one of the example. Even a doctor can monitor activity of a heart patient every moment of time through the help of IoT. Location of a particular person we can detect through the help of IoT. Okay, leave it. Application part I will go there. Okay, many of the example I will tell you, but see one thing guys, a very beautiful example that you can see, some advertisement those I have seen. I don't know today it is there or not. Sometime when I'll take some food or something else in front of television is on. So I have seen that type of advertisement, but I never see television. I don't have a time to sit in front of television, listen. Okay. Actually guys, what is here? Amitabh Bachchan advertisement, Lloyd AC. Through mobile phone, he regulated on, off, on, off. A very beautiful example of Deepika Padukone and his husband. Her husband. You know, the AC, still that some AC control through mobile phones. In that advertisement, these both two people fight. And then Deepika show that I'm angry with you guys. And then she left that place and enter in their own room, and just her husband even on this AC guys, switch on this AC, and finally that show a symbol of love, that I do love to you and even care to you. It's very interesting, but it was a part of IoT. that her husband was not in that room, but still that AC is on, and something, I don't know this type of advertisement is today or not, but it was also one of the example of Internet of Things. So many of devices, the things you can connect to internet services, and your house is what? Have a Wi-Fi, and everything is under that range, and everything can be accessed very easily, guys. Step by step, step by step, step by step. And a single unit that connected with the internet to device is called WOT, Web of Things. So what is Web of Things? What is Internet of Things? In running topic, guys. Now the next topic is very interesting again. Which of the following is /are the aims of Digital India plan of the Government of India? Again I repeat, which of the following is /are the aims of Digital India plan of Government of India? Digital India got so much popularity when Modi ji became a Prime Minister. Okay. So our entire India will be digitalized. Digital India, Digital India, Digital India. Every newspaper, every channel advertise Digital India, Digital India, and Digital India. Actually, in that Digital India, if you read my book, total 9 pillars of Digital India is given. Somewhere is mentioned 11 pillar also, but actually 9 pillars. 9 pillars of Digital India. And all the entire aims of Digital India in this pillar of Digital India, everything mentioned. What about your question paper? According to your question paper, what is the Digital India plan here? Formation of India's own internet companies like China did. India never thought this type of things, that we will develop our own internet companies, our own servers. Under Digital India, it was not there. Okay. Second statement, establish the policy framework to encourage overseas multinational corporations that collect big data to build their large data centers within our national geographical boundaries. Actually, you know, this type of things China do. That is the reason China always try to save their own data within the country. India still started this type of things, and for that purpose some of the article even got very popular in news. That was data localization. It is a very important topic, data localization, for your paper, both prelims and mains examination. That those server, any company base you are using, that server is outside from India. It means what about the data you put? If suppose you are going to buy Amazon product and that Amazon server is suppose in US. So every information of you that you mention in Amazon whenever you are going to buy a product, that your data will leak and it is going to outside. Even RBI government said for data localization. Inside our country, our information should be, it should not go leak outside for our privacy. But not in the Digital India. Under Digital India 9 pillars, it was not. Today it was in news, guys, in this year, with the name of data localization. So these both two not the part of Digital India. What is the third? Digital India means to connect every villages, to connect everybody else with the Digital India mobile for internet, and that's why everybody can connect with the e-governance services. That's why everybody can connect through e-governance services. So to connect many of our villages to the internet and bring the Wi-Fi to many of our schools, yes, public places, major tourist centers, this type of things under 9 pillars of Digital India mentioned. So the third statement is only right here. So third statement is only right here. What is next? See, guys. Next question is very interesting and biotechnology based, that you can see on a screen. And many people even confused with this question. Confusion was actually with BT mustard, that many people confuse with BT mustard. Question was, you will just listen first this question, with reference to the genetically modified mustard that you can call as a GM mustard. With reference to the genetically modified mustard that you call as a GM mustard developed in India, consider the following statements. Consider the following statement. UPSC Prelims 2018. You know what was the confusion among student mind After examination, whenever you met it, many people said, ooh, that mistake I have done it. What type of mistake they have done it? Do you know, guys? Most of the people thought this is not BT mustard. This is the BT mustard, and this was the mistake, guys. This is not the BT mustard. This is not the BT mustard. BT mustard is totally different. BT mustard developed with the help of some soil bacteria, gram-positive bacteria gene, that is called Bacillus thuringiensis. A Cryvan AC gene that I will discuss within the biotechnology discussion. You transfer from Bacillus thuringiensis, a kind of soil bacteria, into many plants, into mustard plants, into cotton plants, into potato, into tomato, brinjal, tobacco, and then become as a BT crops, BT tobacco, BT potato, BT mustard, BT brinjal, BT cotton. And this is developed by this company, Monsanto, America-based non-governmental company. And GM mustard is totally different. It is not BT mustard, where you people got confused. GM mustard is developed by Delhi University based laboratory. This is developed by Delhi University based laboratory. So Indian scientists involved into the development of GM mustard. It is popular technically with the name of DMH11. This is popular technically with the name of DMH11. What is the full form of DMH11? Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11. What is the full form of DMH11? Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11. Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11, DMH11. Okay, and see, this Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11 that developed by Delhi University based laboratory, this one is waiting for a license for this growth in India. And GAC has given it permission. Which one has given this permission? GAC. Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee. It is constituted under Environmental Protection Act 1986. Okay. And GAC is working under Ministry of Environment and Forest, MOEF. For DMH11, yeah, overall you can say as commonly as a GM mustard, GAC has given approval. If any of the genetically modified plant you want to grow in India, so firstly it will certify by GAC. Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, it was set up under Environmental Protection Act 1986. So GAC has given approval. Now final approval is, we are waiting MOEF approval. If MOEF will approve it, then the DMH11 or GM mustard will become the first genetically modified plant that developed in India, and we have grown it and we eat up it. And this is the reason it was very, very important, and it will become a history of India, guys. That the first genetically modified plant license. Even GAC itself have a UPSC question. And this Environmental Protection Act 1980, 2 question UPSC has from it. Even if you people will take a genetically modified plant from other country, BT mustard, BT brinjal, so it will certify by GAC first. Again I repeat, GAC means Genetically Engineering Appraisal Committee. Firstly it will certify. Okay everyone, fine. Now you come question paper. What is here, guys? I hope I taught you complete this DMH11. And very easily you can guess this entire option right now. Okay, what is here? You just see, guys. GM mustard has a gene of soil bacterium that give the plant the property of pest resistance to a wide variety of. Everybody know this is a wrong statement. It is the concept of BT. It is not a concept of GM mustard. In the case of BT mustard, soil bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis is even used. Purpose, pest resistance. Because BT crops are what? Biopesticides. So the statement is wrong. I hope you can understand. Second one, GM mustard has a gene that allow the plant cross pollination and hybridization. Yes, guys, you should be clear. Actually, guys, you know, there is some more problem. Actually, why people protest against the genetically modified plants? In static part, I will discuss many of the reason. But here, because second statement is connecting, so there is need of some discussion here, some description here. Actually, those plants, genetically modified plants, we are taking from other countries. When they will do the cross fertilization with our native varieties, so there is a problem in the productivity. Our native variety is going to destroy. So our real plants, which is the native of India, guys, they will suffer a lot of issues or problem. So this is the reason. This is the reason, guys. Those plants we will develop. It will be not like that. India develop that plant which will start to create the problem in cross pollination, and no. So this is the reason, guys. GM mustard has a gene that allow plant cross pollination hybridization, not restrict and not create any problem. So the second statement was 100% right. India will never develop a plants that will go against it, that cross pollination not perform, hybridization not perform. How new generation will come? No, guys. Third, GM mustard has been developed jointly by IRI and yes, Punjab Agriculture University. No, guys, Delhi University based laboratory. So only second statement is right, and it is bold also, right? I hope you people are getting a lot of information. In every question, what about the left and right is possible, I connect with every dimensions and try to create an interest with the subject. And in that way, guys, the entire discussion I will do. Entire discussion. Okay. Now, next question. Question number 9. Question number 9 is based on 3D printing. 3D printing has application in which the following. UPSC prelims 2018. You have seen, guys, 3D printing was also UPSC question in mains 2013. So a mains question directly came in your prelims paper. In previous paper 2019, you have seen 3 questions repeated from mains to prelims. Here you have seen the first question repeated from mains to prelims, 3D printing. It will come in miscellaneous topic, that is unit number 11. Whenever I will explain with you. And today one more printing, not today, last 2 years, 4D printing is still got very popular. So in that period of time, I will explain with you what is the 4D printing. Actually, this is the printing, guys, where we can go for object printing. Here we will go for object printing. A complete object you can make through this printer, guys. There's not that print out of any notes or materials. It is the object printing. A complete object you can develop. I will discuss with you that is STL is the process. Stereolithography is the technology that firstly developed. STL. This is also called as a successive layering. This is also called as a successive layering. This is also called as a additive layering. This is also called as a additive layering. So either you call as a successive layering or you call as a additive layering. In the form of multiple layer object formation happen. How it happened, what it happened, under static part of discussion. Even that was also a mains question paper. And many types, but here those question UPSC made, guys, it is application based. Only application based. And generally, yes, confectionery item we can develop, yes. Any bakery item, confectionery item. Even one of the 3D printers developed that is called Foodni. Foodni. I've never seen it, but I got this news, guys. Foodni. Foodini. Foodni. Actually, my television is just above the computer. This camera. So this is the reason I'm not seeing directly in the camera. I watch upside. I hope you will understand this problem that many people even complain me, sir, why you see upside. The reason is this position is not actually accurate. So whenever I will do the whole system properly, so you will find better. But whenever I will take a class on board, guys, because 20-30% classes I will take on this PPT and 70% I will come through board. So in that case, you will feel more better. Okay, in that case, you will feel more better. Fine. So, but conceptually, you clear or not? Concept should be clear. Okay, fine. So this is preparation of confectionery item and Foodni, I told you. Yes, Foodni, Foodni. Okay, fine. Manufacturing of bionic. Actually, our bionic is also very popular. $1 Million Man. In 1970s, 1980s, it was a program in USA and got very popularity, guys. And that program was actually for Bionic Man. And this concept of Bionic Man, I will explain with you, guys. Where? In chapter of robotics. Even biorobotics is also part of discussion. Not here, in robotic chapter I will tell you. Biorobotics. Bionic Man. Bionic Man is a machine man. Totally robotic man. With all prosthetic part of human body. What is the meaning of prosthetic part? Your organ, your kidney, your liver, your lungs. In that way, this machine develop, robots develop. And as your kidney perform, as your heart perform, similarly this machine kidney and machine heart perform. It's a complete man with all prosthetic organ of human body. Machine based organ. Machine based organ. Okay everybody, machine based organ. So yes, we can develop it. Automotive industry, yes guys, many of the parts we can develop. Reconstructive surgery, yes, if see there are two types of surgeries. So there are multiple type of surgeries. Just is the plastic surgery, second is the reconstructive surgery. Plastic surgery is the outer, reconstructive is the internal surgeries. Of course guys, many of the body parts if you develop, so you can insert it inside, you can do the surgery very well. In that way reconstructive surgery is possible. Actually through the help of 3D printers we can develop organs, not machine organ. Machine organ is okay, bionic organ, real organ, and that is called organ printing. That is called organ printing. But for that purpose those cartridges we will use, that will be the stem cell. How through stem cell we will develop an organ, I will explain with you. And that man, the doctor who has done it successfully, his name was Antoni Atala. His name was Antoni Atala guys. Even Antoni Atala has done it successfully. Antoni Atala. I read somewhere in 8 hours, I think 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours, he developed kidney through organ printing technology. Data processing technology still can be accessed through the help of 3D printing. Many printed circuit boards, many materials you can develop, and then we can involve into the data processing technology and all. 3D printer can be used. How 3D printer work? That whole entire mechanism I will tell you. First you install some software, CAD, computer aided design, or animated modeling software. Later on you command, then successive layering, and then finally finishing. In that way the complete complete object will develop. And cartridges should be semi-solid form and whatever. Not here, static parts. Question number 10, very beautiful question. Question number 10, very beautiful question and conceptual question. If you don't have a concepts, you cannot touch this question guys. I told you now in 17, 18, 19, 80 to 90% question static. Again static. But here you should have a proper concepts, neither you cannot understand this entire questions. This question is based on actually India's satellite launch vehicle. This question is based on actually on India's satellite launch vehicles. India's satellite launch vehicle. Question is, with reference to India's satellite launch vehicle, consider the following statement. First, PSLV launched the satellite useful for Earth resource monitoring. PSLV means Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Whereas GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, designed mainly to launch communication satellite. Up for this understanding, you should be clear guys. So again I will go in some background. Detailed discussion in static part of discussion, in classroom discussion. Here, those I will do here guys. Okay. The different generation of launch vehicle. First generation, that is called SLV. Second generation, this is called ASLV. Third generation, this is called PSLV. And fourth generation, this is called GSLV. SLV, satellite launch vehicle. ASLV, augmented satellite launch vehicle. PSLV, polar satellite launch vehicle. And GSLV, geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. And this is the generation wise. And every launch vehicles have different stages. SLV is a 4-stage launch vehicle. ASLV is a 5-stage launch vehicle. PSLV 4-stage launch vehicle. GSLV 3-stage launch vehicle. And what are inside the stages? Not today in launch vehicle discussion. Not today, please. These stages have some propellant nature. Propellant means fuel plus oxidizer. Today we are not using SLV and ASLV. You should be clear guys. SLV and ASLV outdated. Today we are only using PSLV and GSLV. You know, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is a 3rd generation launch vehicle that India developed. We use this satellite especially to put the satellite into polar orbit. Now you should be clear first. This is the Earth map, okay, Earth globe, and suppose this is the satellite. This is a satellite, my hand. You know, these are the polar region, North Pole, South Pole. If a satellite will move in this direction, polar satellite. So meaning of polar satellite, you clear? Pole to pole, pole to pole, pole to pole, polar satellite. If a satellite will move in this direction, this is the equator, perpendicular to equator, and satellite is moving in this direction. This is called equatorial satellite. This is called equatorial satellite. This is called equatorial satellite. You see, guys. You see here. What about the rotation of Earth, west to east? What about polar satellite? Top, bottom, bottom, top, bottom, whatever you say. You tell me, guys. If we put a polar satellite and Earth rotation in this way, so location of the satellite will be fixed? No, never. Because Earth is rotating in this way, satellite is moving in this way. The position of the satellite and the particular location never fixed, always change. I will explain in the conceptual discussion. If you are not getting it, so this time is difficult because I am showing you your question paper. But for this solution that I have started this module and entire courses of general studies with our team. You just listen a question, guys. Okay. And what is here? Equatorial satellite. Equatorial satellite, if you put the satellite, if you put with a certain orbital speed, is around 3.2 kilometer per second. Then satellite will revolve in 24 hours. And Earth also rotate in 24 hours. If I put a satellite in perpendicular to equator, the satellite take 24 hours, Earth take 24 hours. Satellite revolution and Earth rotation. So the location will always fix in front of particular location of the Earth or not? Yes, it will be fixed, guys. How it will be fixed, I will show you. Okay, everybody? Fine. Actually, guys, those PSLV India developed. This PSLV developed especially to launch polar satellite in polar orbit. Okay, and the height of polar orbit, always you should be clear, this is very close to the Earth's surface. And that is the reason the polar satellite, whenever it will across any country, it is very closer from that region, can watch properly what are the resources there. And that is the reason PSLV launched the satellite. It will be useful for Earth resources that is given on the screen. It is not directly you can write it. If you don't have a concept, guys. Okay, but GSLV, those launch the satellite, it go in this perpendicular to equator, that is called geostationary. What is the geostationary? Geostationary orbit is that orbit where satellite will always look like stationary for the particular location of the Earth. Reason, this satellite fixed at that location in the respect of particular region of Earth's surface, that 24/7 the satellite will be in front of that location. And how it is possible? I told you, guys. Earth rotation 24 hours, satellite revolution 24 hours. So this location always in front of satellite. See. Every time it is in front of satellites. I hope you can understand. Some practical I will do, guys, during the static part. And if the satellite will be in front of this, a particular Earth surface 24/7, and this type of satellite you can use for communication purposes. Because communication, television, DTH, here you want 24/7 services. And here the location will be fixed. But polar satellite location never fixed. And this is the second option, second statement which is given there. You see, satellites launched by PSLV. You see here. Satellite launched by PSLV appear to remain permanently fixed in the same position. Never. Not possible. Reason, polar satellite launch vehicle move pole to pole and Earth rotation in this position never fixed. So this is the wrong statement. PSLV remain permanently fixed in the same position. No, guys. Geostationary satellite. PSLV put the satellite normally in polar orbit. Okay. In polar orbit. That is okay. Some of the PSLV even we people also use to put the IRNSS satellite into geosynchronous orbit. But normally the function of PSLV is this. And some advancement of PSLV I will discuss with you. Maximum mass that PSLV can carry in a satellite, it's 1750. But detail in static part, not here. Third one, guys. So second statement wrong. GSLV have a different variant. I will tell you. GSLV MK1, MK2, MK3. MK3 got very, very popular. Just like Chandrayaan 2, we sent with the help of GSLV MK3. But Chandrayaan 1 sent with the help of PSLV C11. Mangalyaan sent with the help of PSLV C45. Why we use PSLV in that case? Why we have used GSLV in Chandrayaan 2? Static part. Wait, guys. Here UPSC has given GSLV MK3 is a 4-stage launch vehicle with first and third stage have rocket motor, second and fourth have a liquid rocket engine. See guys, GSLV is a third stage or fourth stage? Third stage. This statement is wrong. This time you just try to follow facts. Concepts, wait and watch. Trust me guys, you will not miss a single question. With concepts, whenever you discuss with any students, you will feel how much knowledge you have. Whenever you read any article of the newspaper, you will feel that you can understand this article very well. The problem with you guys that you don't have a basics and you start to read the newspapers. I will advise to everyone, whenever you start your preparation from the beginning, you never read the newspaper. Okay, newspaper you will understand after some time, even you will have a basic of history, geography, polity, economy, science, tech and all. You don't know what is the PSLV, GSLV and you are reading PSLV C47. Actually, you tell me guys, this is a static or current affairs? Static. Same concept you will read. Same concept your son, daughter will read. Same concept your papa, mama read. If they also prepared for UPSC. If UPSC has the question PSLV C47, then I will tell you that is a current affairs. So then why in market have a rumor with the subjects? Oof, I don't know. Next question number 11. See, there's a second question that I'm going to tell you. It was in UPSC mains, I think 2015. Again, this is the question of 2018 prelims. Second question repeated in this year. My goodness. But still you are not going to see this question paper. The question that came in your paper, that is from Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, IRNSS. The question in your paper from India Regional Navigation Satellite System, IRNSS. Actually, IRNSS, India has demand during Kargil war. You remember? India missed this IRNSS. India did not have in that time. It is a regional GPS of India. India wanted the help of Russia-based global GPS. You remember NowStar? I told you in first video, navigation, satellite and ranging. You will install these satellites and US watched entire world in 1998 when India have a need of that help. But US refused it to provide you data. Where is the bunkers of Pakistani army in Kargil region? And this is the reason India suffer a lot and many casualty happen. Later on, government has decided to development of IRNSS project. And finally that project finalized in 2006. Project was started from after 2006 and the first satellite we sent in 2013. And the 7 constellation was under this entire IRNSS project and final was in 2016. And total 7 constellation of satellite work together especially for IRNSS. And through IRNSS what happened? Suppose this is entire India. The whole India covered and a part of India guys up to 1500 kilometer distance from the bordering areas you can watch properly. And in this 1500 kilometer area, this Kargil area you can watch properly in that time. But earlier, not even any satellites, Indian satellite watched this region properly. Okay, and now you can safe and secure our bordering areas. Movement of troops, terrorist activity, bordering areas, coastal regions, you can watch properly through the help of satellites this time. You don't have a need of anyone. But we missed this during Kargil war. I hope you understood entire guys discussion. IRNSS has 3 satellite in geostationary and 4 satellite in geosynchronous. Yes, absolutely right. In this 7 guys, 3 we put in geo and 4 we have to put in GT orbit. Even IRNSS 1A have some problem guys that I will discuss with you later on. 1I and J even send it. What is the problem and all I will discuss with you. Wait. Geostationary is that satellite, guys, which always location wise fixed. A particular location always be in front of satellites. And geosynchronous is actually at a particular time period of time, satellite will pass from that particular region. This is the meaning of geosynchronous. Even when I will take your class, in that time I will define you geostationary always is a position is specific. And geosynchronous you always try to find out in the respect of time is specific. In that way you will understand very easily the difference between geostationary and geosynchronous. This time maybe you are not getting it. So this time as a fact you remember INSS have a 3 satellite. Okay, 3 satellite in geostationary and 4 in the geosynchronous. It is absolutely right. Second statement, INSS cover entire India in about 5500 square kilometer. Wrong, guys. 1500 approx, not 5500. You just have got it. This fact, this is the wrong here. And India will have its own satellite navigation system with full global coverage by middle 2019. Never, India never said it. India never thought it to start this type of project. There is no news from the government side. Okay, even India very difficulties. Even India even hardly develop regional GPS this time. And 2 regional GPS those India have this time. The one is Gagan. And second is, you can see here, IRNSS. And not even any news that these 2 regional GPS will be globalized soon. No, guys, not even a single news anywhere I got. So by 2019 it was impossible. Gagan, that is GPS aided geo augmented navigation satellite system. Okay, it was also very important for the safety and security of India. And IRNSS is the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. IRNSS is the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. So this is the entire discussion that you can see here in this 11th question. So overall, which statement is correct here? I hope only first is right here. Only first will be right here. Logical question. Every question is a logical question. Okay. Now you come here in this question number 12. Question number 12. What is the question number 12? See, guys, consider the following pairs. One side, terms sometimes seen in news. Second side, contest or topic. One side, terms sometimes seen in news, and second side, contest or topic. What about terms sometime in news? Belay 2 experiment. It is connecting with artificial intelligence or not? See, guys, no. Actually, Belay 2 experiment is coming under particle physics. There are many theories and models are given. That theories and model name I will use under particle physics, like string theory, event horizon, standard model. Actually, this Belay 2 experiment is trying to prove standard model that is given is right or wrong. And the standard model, string theory, event horizon, these type of theories and models are given especially to find out the answer about universe. For the understanding of universe, many theories and models are given. And these all entire many theories and models, standard model is highly valid. String theory also up to certain level, but standard model is highly valid. Okay, where bosons, quarks, leptons, this type of fundamental particles involved into the development of what? Universe. So this is the reason Belay 2 will not connect with the artificial intelligence. It is totally wrong. Artificial intelligence, robots type of concept, machine learning type of concepts, deep learning kind of concept will come, not Belay 2. So it is wrong. Blockchain technology was in news, guys, during ransomware case in 2017. During Bitcoin transaction. Yeah, it is connecting with the cryptocurrency. So this is right. And this topic I will do in this explanation about blockchain under some small discussion of cyber security, blockchain technology. CRISPR-Cas9 was also a question paper in 2019, prelims question paper. And see, this is also a question in 2018. If you see your question paper, guys, Cas9 is associated with gene editing technology. It is not connecting with the particle physics, so that is also wrong. It was also 2019 prelims question paper. A fastest and more accuracy, right? More accuracy in gene editing procedure, that is Cas9. So only here 2 will correct, and it is bold also, right? Okay, now come next. The next one is 13, and 13 is very simple, guys. I will discuss with you in IPR topic that Geographical Indication of Goods Act 1999 is ordered to comply with, that is WTO, guys, WTO. I will discuss with you about GATT, General Agreement, Trade and Tariff, and then I will discuss how it become as a WTO, concept of TRIPS and TRIMS. That I will explain everything under what? Under IPR chapter. Even geographical indication based goods are always important. In 2015, UPSC also asked the question that among these example, which is oblique R? Means maybe one option, maybe more than one option correct. Will come in GI of India. You know, the option was Banarsi Sari. Option was Tirupati ke Laddu, the second one. Third one was Dal Bhati Churma. Dal Bhati Churma is not the GI, guys. But the first two, that was the Banarsi Sari and Tirupati ke Laddu. That is a kind of GI. What is GI? What is it? I will discuss. Wait, under static parts. But that is again a question paper here in 2018. Last question of your paper, guys. Very beautiful question. It is based on particle physics. Okay. I told you from 2013 onwards, many questions came from particle physics. And question is what? Consider the following phenomena, and then at last, which of the above is oblique are the predictions of Albert Einstein general theory of relativity? So question came from Albert Einstein general theory of relativity. Even in 2019, one question came recently, merging of two black holes, billions of the light years distanced. Okay, that incidents happen. It provides the evidences of. So in 2019 question paper, you have seen evidences of gravitational waves. And I told you in that time, guys, gravitational wave, which man identify, which man firstly inform us about the existence of gravitational waves in this universe? Albert Einstein. Actually, guys, Einstein has given their own theory in 1905, and the first theory was special theory of relativity. In 1905, Einstein has given a special theory of relativity. But in few years, he discarded this theory. After 10 years, he brought some new theory which got very lot of popularity in 1915. That name was General Theory of Relativity. That name was General Theory of Relativity. Under General Theory of Relativity, Einstein has given many statements through their own various mathematical modelings, equations and derivations. Actually, he said light is affected by gravity. Light is affected by gravity. He said under his theory actually. And that concept was proved with the help of gravitational licensing. What is the gravitational licensing and all? I will tell you guys. Okay. Actually, you know what happened? Any of the objects that you can see in the space, that object in the space, you can see it is going to appear in many places, same objects. It is because of light is affected by gravity. How it is possible and all, I will explain with you. Wait, the concept is gravitational licensing. This is right. And gravitational licensing is still a very good question that can come in next coming year. So light is affected by gravity. More gravity, more light will bend. And this is the reason. An object in the space is somewhere, guys, but it appear in many regions. This is the first statement logic, because light is affected by gravity. What about the main source of light in this space? Stars. Just like the sun is, earth is having the effect of sun, and sun is a star. So what is the reason behind the light in the space? Stars. And the reason in the stars, I hope you know, nuclear fusion. I'll discuss under nuclear fusion in nuclear energy topic. The one statement is right. Second statement you can see on board, the universe is constantly expanding. Actually, guys, in modern theories, Many theories are in the favor of universe is constantly expanding, and Albert Einstein general theory of relativity also in the favor of it. So that is also right. How and what it is in the favor of it, you just wait guys, I will explain with you. And the next one, matter wraps its surrounding space-time. Of course guys, here I will show you one of the example. I will take one fabric, clothes, and on this cloth I will put many of the objects with different masses, and I will tell you guys, the one axis is the space, the second is the time. Okay, and the mass, that many mass object I will put there, and I will show you guys, those objects have a maximum masses, that fabric will bend maximum, and rest of all the objects that will be on the fabric, they will come under the attraction of that. And here we'll have a concept of black hole that will be discussed, and here have a concept of matter wraps its surrounding space-time will discuss, and all three will correct here guys according to general theory of relativity. So here 1, 2 and 3 all will correct, but this whole entire discussion I will do in particle physics chapter. Whenever I'll go to start the gravitational wave, in that time first of all I will discuss Einstein theory of relativity, and then I will go into the gravitational wave. Reason, this is the man who firstly informed us existence of gravitational wave in 1915 under general theory of relativity, and after 100 years 2014 gravitational wave proof in LIGO laboratory. Hanford, Washington and Livingston, Louisiana. That 6 location picture I will show you guys. Okay, and one more LIGO associated gravitational wave observatory will set up in India, Hingoli district, Maharashtra. That is called LIGO India project. So I hope guys you people okay. Don't be afraid guys, don't be afraid. I'm here, don't worry. Neither why I will show the question papers. Now why I will show you question papers? If my discussion will be not up to this level, so why I will show you question paper? I will never show the question paper, so don't worry. Actually this type of discussion will be here in my class. I am not here to give you 5,000 question and crack UPSC. Okay, here you will read properly with me. So connect with me guys. It's not time class based class. Okay, you don't think so. I know shortcut you go that many people are giving you. Don't read and crack UPSC. You go. Many people are telling you. If you are here with me, so need to read a lot, and as I will tell you guys, you follow me. But once you read and crack UPSC in first attempt, neither you prepare 6 years, 7 year, 8 year. Yeah, maybe guys, you will get UPSC question paper. Somebody will give you. Don't read hardly 5 question you read and 5 question come. So maybe, but I'm not that type of jadugar. Yeah, some people. Okay. So if you will be with me, so should read properly, completely. Okay, fine. And yes, at last I will end this entire discussion, and this is the detail of contact number. If you are interested to take these entire courses, so these are the numbers 6306416191, and the second number you can see on a screen 9911809808. If you are interested for face-to-face classes, so you can also join us this Pravanchal IS Gorakhpur. Very nominal fees. I can tell you, I cannot tell you guys a word like facility is there. Yes, but quality is 100% similar, even better than metropolitan cities. Okay, so it's a venture that I've started in Gorakhpur, UP. If you are interested for face-to-face classes, so you can also join us at very nominal price. In Delhi, every institution will pay you charge you around 1,50,000, 1,80,000, 2 lakhs, more than 1 lakhs. We hardly charge 50,000. All material, all content, all test series, everything, all Delhi-based teachers are taking the classes, not local teacher. We people go there and take our classes. All reputed faculties. They are making our all entire online classes. You can see this quality, guys. The same courses you are going to take at the cost of 1 lakh rupees. 70,000 rupees, 35,000 rupees. You take 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, crack UPSC. This is very difficult to earn. You see condition of your papa and mama. If you are earning, it's good. It's good. But I know very well about my condition. Today it's okay, but I know what was from the beginning. So study, you do study, hard work, and there's no alternative of hard work. You join us, but not for shortcut. Okay. So thank you everybody. I am positive. Definitely you will crack UPSC with me. So stay tuned with Purvanchal IAS. Thank you everybody. You take care of yourself. Meet in the next video with some new hope. Stay tuned with us guys. Thank you.